my head up in a daze. I'm not sure if I should say this, fuck, I'll say it anyway. Everybody tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. I don't know if it's a phase, I just wanna feel okay, yeah. I battle with depression, but the question still remains. Is this post-traumatic stressing, or am I suppressing rage? And my doctor tries to tell me that I'm going through a phase. Yeah, it's not a fucking phase, I just wanna feel okay, okay. Yeah, I struggle with this bullshit every day, and it's probably cause my demons simultaneously rage. It obliterates me, the sentence overrates me, annihilates me, 'cause I'm about to break down, searching for a way out. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer, I'm a popular monster. Break down, falling into love, now we're falling apart. I'm a popular monster. I think I'm going nowhere like a rat trapped in a maze. Every wall that I knock down is just a wall that I replace. I'm in a race against myself, I try to keep a steady pace. How the fuck will I escape if I never close my case? Oh my god, I keep on stressing. Every second that I waste is another second sooner to a blessing I won't take. But my therapist will tell me that I'm going through a stage. Yeah, it's not a fucking stage, I just wanna feel okay. Okay, motherfucker, now you got my attention. I need to change a couple things, cause something is missing. And what if I was to lie, tell you everything is fine? Every single fucking day, I get closer to the grave. I am terrified of the sleep and the will again. Crush my car just to feel a new plan. Outrace me, integrate me, annihilate me, 'cause I'm about to break down, searching for a way out. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer, I'm a popular monster.
Well, hello there. That brought back some memories, Christy. How about you? Did you get any recalls on that one?
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah, I love that song too. That's
Very
good.
good. So, what you just saw was a little preview to the movie. I'm just kidding. There's no movie,
Mhm.
but maybe
Yeah,
there should be.
maybe.
Welcome everybody to Super Soldier Talk. My name is James Rink. I was used as a super soldier in the secret space program, and as well as Christy.
Mhm.
Correct?
Yep.
Okay. So today we're going to be talking about a future memory that I had, and that's how all this started. I had a flashback. Usually when I get some memories, there are flashes of memories. So I see myself in the future, and there's this white mansion with robots cleaning the floors and marble, and it was right near the city center. And I told my friend about this memory that I had, and he said that he was there too. And my mom's name was Vicky, and we both signed up for this time travel division where we were sent back in time from the year 2177. So that was in the Canis Major system, this planet in the breakaway. So on that particular planet, Earth was destroyed in nuclear war in our particular timeline. So we're going to go into that just a bit. So Jennifer was Christy's name over there, and I was Brock. We'll go more into that just a bit. So let me pull up Christy's profile here. So Christy is a Lyran Sirian Warrior. She was sent to battle with the Draco Reptilians and Greys in the Underground Wars. She was targeted by the secret space program at the age of 5 and put in Monarch Programming, as well as honeypots, spy assassins, and has completed 4 20 and back missions. Christy was subjected to Satanic Ritual Abuse, and she was also trained in advanced remote viewing. Psionics with a Tall Grey and Reptilian at aircraft hangar, military base with James Rink as her teammate, which we can go in that just a bit. Mm-hmm. Her and James graduated at the highest level at age 16. George Herbert Walker Bush took her to Mars and the moon for cloning. He was awarded 10 clones with hers and his own genetics to make into ultra soldiers. And Christy has many memories with James Rink as Brock on Canis Major, Dirk on Mars, James on Martial Arts Training Center in space. Her and James is also on the Alpha Squad as super soldiers. She feels he is part of her soul family sent to Earth with similar missions. We we're going to that just a bit. So I got her YouTube account and her email address. So if you have any questions, you can always refer it to Christy.
Hmm.
Okay. Christy, how are you doing today?
Good. We did a session today, so we found some more information on Brock and Jennifer. So that's what we're kind of going to be going over today. Hmm.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, audience members, thank you for joining us in the chat. Let's see. Krista, she says, love your show. We love you too, Krista. Thanks for coming on here from Colorado. We've got Typical Skeptic, Rob. Hello.
Hey,
Hello again.
everybody.
Happy Wednesday. Thank you. And we got who's the Giga Chad in the thumbnail. That would be the Brock. We're going to end that just a bit. Okay. What's up, Super Soldier Talk? Hello, Iron Bear. So I know you've got a lot of downloads and recalls and been on here before. Thank you for coming on here,
Hmm.
Super Soldier Talk. Well, let's see. We've Francine. Absolutely. Thank you for joining us as well. Appreciate it.
Hmm.
We have, let's see here. Some people are commenting about the music. Thank you. I hope
Yeah.
you enjoy that. It's a little different than you're used to. So, but Christy is making. Okay, let's just go on. And we got Juliet from Australia. Thanks for coming on here, Juliet. Much love and light to you. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So let's start from the beginning. I've already give a little brief
Hmm.
background about my mother, Vicky,
Yes.
and being in this time travel program. And then when I told you about this, you had some recall too. So tell us what you remember about this.
So this is gonna be your aspect, Brock, and because you had told me, I think we had done a meditation on this too, the guided the hypnosis session before. So we already done a session before, and now we came back today to relook at more or to find more memories or to kind of see or search for anything new. With this whole Brock and Jennifer and being on Canis Major and all of that. So I found that Brock is he had been at a boarding school. Do you want me to start with that? Start with him being
It was like a spaceship.
okay. Yeah, and it's like a school though that he was at, um, and so he wasn't applying. We found. You want me to talk about what I found today, not the past, right?
Well, maybe yeah. Just start from the basics. So
Okay. Okay, so Brock is in this spaceship and this is like school is what I was seeing and he's not doing good in the school, he's not applying himself and so he gets sent home. And his parents are Vicky and we came up we saw Richard is the dad's name is what we came up with on there.
and
But
Richard is the
right.
name of my dad in the here and now.
Mhm. Yeah, so that might have just been something I was picking up on in your energy field too. So um, with his parents, they are his dad is Anunnaki, is what I was picking up, and he's like the tall blonde that you seen in the video. With in James is the little boy Brock, and he's a really strict dad, and the mom is Pleiadian, so it's more she's more loving, caring, kind of like that. But the dad is, I was comparing him to kind of how Donald Trump is in a way, is how I was kind of feeling his energy to be a real business person and all that. And um, so anyway, Brock is 17 years old and he comes home from this boarding school place where he wasn't applying himself and doing good. And then so he just kind of doesn't really care about um really anything. He's 17, so there's like a strip club down they have like they live up here on a mountain cliff in a mansion house. And then I was seeing that this like down here is like the city or the little town or however. And um and so he goes into the strip club and goes there every single day. And this is kind of what Brock looks like here. So he goes to this strip club every single day and doesn't even care. And he just kind of goes there day to day. So that's kind of what we've come up with on that part.
All right, so
Mm-hmm.
this is some artwork that Christy
Mm-hmm.
found.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go through this. Christy, I don't think this is even
That's
in order.
Jennifer.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry, it's not in
That's
order. I'm just gonna go through it till I find something. Oh,
wow.
don't see that. There we go. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
so I'm 16 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and you describe me as being 6'6".
Oh yeah,
Oh
real tall.
my god.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, you can, if you have any questions, you can go send it to Christy. Okay, this is what she
Mm-hmm.
says. Okay, let's see here. So um, there's a girl that I was dating at the boarding school ship, but I'm not going up to class. I'm miserable because I'm too smart for this whole operation, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
about to inherit a fortune because my father was an Anunnaki, but he was like Donald Trump type wealthy, not
Mm-hmm.
just rich, but also famous as well. So I was going to inherit that fortune. So that's where I was. And I saw that house that I was in, this mansion on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point, uh, I, my father gets a message from the school that they're going to kick me out. So I'm home, and they don't really know what to do with me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens?
Yeah, because you just keep going to the strip club every single day. That's what you were doing. You were just hanging out at the strip club, and so I saw that your dad had two guys following you and kind of monitoring you, and they're trying to get you out of there, but you just are pretty snobby too, and you really just don't care what anyone says to you, and you're not gonna do anything really. So, and I had seen that there was. You want to get to the observers, or how?
How about this? Because
Mhm.
we skipped over some things, so let's go
Okay.
back.
Hmm.
Right. I'm gonna pull it up real quick, guys. Let's just go through here. Okay, so um, it looks like at this point, yeah, I'm going to this strip club. So there's like a Mardi Gras type district at the edge of the city, a red light district, and uh, there were um, girls in there. I mean, I was 16, so there were girls there like 12 to 13 years old, and then you were there, and I think you were what 15. I mean,
I don't remember the age. I think so.
yeah, and
I was there. Hmm.
so immediately I went right over to you because the other girls were not really interesting to me. So at that point, let's see here. Let's go on. You
Because
said
I
that.
was programmed to be sent to you. Like Jennifer, because the observers have been coming to try to. The observers are time travelers, and they're wanting Brock to go to. They're wanting to send him to Earth. Is what their mission is, to get him to go to Earth on a timeline. They have a timeline that they have to a mission. They have this timeline that he has to be on Earth, or in the Earth timeline, or in a certain slot, or however you want to say, in this time, like say a month they have to
Mm,
get him. So they continue to go to this strip club where he is like three times or so, over and over, and he's just like, go away or whatever. He doesn't listen to anything that they're saying. um and then so they have to go to Brock's dad and get the approval from his dad um to to bring in someone to apply pressure, almost like that, to him, to get the job done. So they bring in his dad approves it. It's kind of like they show his dad a hologram, the observers do, of what they need to happen, and then so his dad just okays it. He doesn't really care that much, I guess. He just says, okay, do it. And so the observers bring in, and then they have this lab at Cybex do you want to talk about the lab or anything really fast with
I mean,
that?
well, we're really going far ahead here, but yeah,
Oh,
sure.
okay. No, go
Side deck.
ahead.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, I was still on that strip club thing, so I mean, I could because I now we have talked about this in the past, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go from the
Mhm.
beginning for some
Go there.
people who
Okay.
haven't
Yeah. Mhm.
followed everything here. So,
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm
um,
thinking of today's.
okay, and we'll go. Yeah, so there's a lot to want to go in. So,
Mhm.
so there's a pole with a mini stage, and then they have in the middle. There's a different stage. There's a walkway in there,
Mhm.
and they have mostly girls and one guy in drag. Let's see here. They have talent show of little kids dancing around the age, God, at 3. That's
Okay.
really okay. So the
I
kids,
forgot
oh my
about that.
gosh, yeah. Maybe we should skip some of this. So there are numbers of women, and the client can select that number, and the person will travel to their house with a bodyguard who stays outside. And they also have like private room areas there for
Oh,
boobs.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so there
That
are,
hallway too, I remember that now. That hallway where they go to entertain too, the guests.
was it okay? So it's described as Mardi Gras like.
Mhm.
Is that is that what you
That
recall?
the town or
Yeah,
the area?
I guess the
Yeah.
whole red light district there.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, so there's shops and hotels, and
Mhm.
there are cameras in the room to record everything for blackmail. That's wonderful.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
I'm being sarcastic, of course, for those of you. Okay, Christy is one of the girls, and I'm there, and I look like football player, 6'6", buff celebrity looking. I sit down in a booth alone, and one of the girls come over to me, and Christy looks about 12, and I look about 15 years old. I'm wearing a long button-down black shirt with black pants, and the girls are excited to see me. They have a crush on me. I'm young and good-looking, and also rich. Everyone else is
Mhm.
old, and there are aliens in there too. Do you remember the aliens?
Yeah, just different kinds though. It's not I see some like reptilian, I see just different looking ones. It looks kind of like Star Wars in a way too, just different, all
Very good.
different kinds. Mhm.
Very good. Okay. They dance and kiss. Okay. Flirty. And then I would take a group of 5 or 6 of them with me, and we would just lay down. There's no sex taking place. Okay. And then, of course, there were 15-year-old girls, and no, well, so they're all about 15-year-old girls, the ones that I
Yeah,
hang
and
out with.
you was 16 or 17 too, so.
Okay, and then we
Mhm.
mostly hang out around the bar, the other room. Okay, but you're
Mhm.
in there. Let's see here, hanging on my shoulder, talking to me. Oh,
Mhm. Mhm.
she
Yeah,
has a teen crush on me.
right. Well, it's because the observers, they programmed her to go there and be like your girlfriend, because she was created to be his perfect, like every kind of everything, to check off all the boxes, for him. So that's how they knew that that would be the way to get him to go with her and whatever she said. But they have programmed her to target Brock, and she was going to be she thinks all of this is real though. She doesn't know that she's mind
She's a
controlled,
sleeper.
yeah. So
For
she's
shame.
she's gone to him and just been like hanging on him, and she gets mad when the other girls are touching him and all that too. So she really likes him a lot. And and then um and then I think that they just, I don't know if they go to a room? I don't remember.
It variated between the room or the bar, but
Mhm.
you were the main one there that I was more interested in.
Mhm.
Okay, so you were wearing, or maybe I was wearing, loafers, like Doc Martin
Mhm.
loafers, a
Mhm.
pink khaki shorts, short sleeve shirt, and this I guess is a different time period. Okay, short sleeve polo and sweater vest,
Mhm.
sandy blonde colored hair.
Mhm.
The girls like to touch my hair. Christy is wearing a leotard. Okay,
Mhm.
um, She could pick up whatever clothes she wants to wear. She would run off the stage and go into the back room with a mirror, change to something else, and put makeup very fast when I showed up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there was a bunch of
Like
girls who would grab
mm-hmm.
their favorite stuff to hang out with me. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
They
my
all liked you when you came in because you were. The rest of the guys that would come in were just like old or alien, so all the girls would run to you when you came in. Mm-hmm.
okay, um, okay, and I was okay, and then let's see here. Okay, we already discussed my family's wealthy, but I was too young to work, so I was kind of like in this age. I was kind of kicked out of school, but too young to work. The house is on the hill. We talked about
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
There was no limit to his money. The parents know he was going to the strip club. They
Mm-hmm.
tell Bills. Was it called Bills?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, just remember that. Okay. They tell them where they're going while they're working. They give me money and tell me to go to town and do whatever. The parents don't care. Let's see here. So my name was Brock and Chrissy's name was Jennifer. We got over that. And let's see here. His family is so rich. His dad is a businessman similar to Donald Trump. Dad has a bunch of gold rings and watches, gold stuff in the mansion. He's handing out money, business deals, a lot of different businesses, trades, goods, shipments. He had his hand in a lot of stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
The girls know I'm rich, preppy, and a hot throb. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
give them money. They're not supposed to. I'm supposed to pay at the front desk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mom is okay with me messing around with all these other girls. There's a gym at the house. He's probably on steroids. Jousting, sword fighting,
Yeah.
helicopter at the mansion. That's interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I seen that out in the yard. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he likes a certain group of girls. There are some he doesn't want to be with.
Mm-hmm.
Chill back, lay life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go to the next scene. So there is. Oh no, this is the Dirk thing. So I'm skipping this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to what we had earlier to go on to this. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Maybe we can go over the notes. I'll go back to this. Okay. Why was it so important? First of all, the observers are featured in the Fringe TV series.
Mm-hmm.
They are basically
Mm-hmm.
like archangels that control the timeline.
Yeah. They're like
You
time travelers.
you described it not so much as angelics, but as like a time traveler. They could come and
Mm-hmm.
freeze time. They
Yeah.
reset timelines if something bad happens, like a nuclear war on planet Earth. The observers come in, reset everything. Everybody gets sent back in time. Usually it's about 20 years because there's like these. We have these
Mm-hmm.
Mandela effects and what they call deja vu, doing these things over and over again till we get it right. So these observers wanted to get a hold of my soul, and
Mm-hmm.
so why do they have to come specifically to that planet in the future in the breakaway in 2177? Christy, of all the places they could have gone.
Well, I was seeing today that aspect of you is more of a pure DNA is what I've found today. So that's just where they searched and found you. So and then so they're targeting you on that um on that timeline there, and then they're wanting to get your consciousness, and your DNA, and they get like the hair samples and all the skin and stuff like that. That's what they're after. But they know that they can't just go. They don't know how to really get you to come with them, because they first approached you and said, like, we need you to be to come to earth, because they talk kind of like the French people, the robot, because they're like, um we need you to come to earth and whatever, and you're just like, you didn't even listen, you just like shooed them away, and you probably, I think you even told the people not to let them in anymore, because they were bothering you. So they went to your dad, and then then your dad said okay. So then they went to their Cybex lab and created a version of someone that you would um listen to, like your type, personality of a girl, that you would like, everything. So her name was Jennifer. And then so they mind programmed her, and then they sent her to that strip club to be a worker there. So she's now working there at the strip club, and she comes in, and so it's like it changed everything for him when he saw her too. So that's how they wanted, with her, I guess, her vibe, and the way she carried herself and how she talked to him is what he wanted. So then he paid attention and would listen to her, whatever she said, and she was hanging on him. And every day he was coming in there and hanging out all day long, so they got to know each other. And I think they went into the back. I'm sure they did, because that's kind of what the place is for too, and you kind of have to blend in too. Um, and um, so then I think a few weeks go by. It's some time, and they moved in. He moved in with her to her apartment. I guess they'd set up an apartment for her, and so they moved in together. And so this whole time she's continuously saying, I'm going to Earth, or something. Like she was trying to break it to him a little bit at a time, so he wouldn't say no. So she she was she was slowly saying she's going to go to Earth, and she would like it if he goes with her, and will he go with her. And so she just kind of slowly got him to say yes. And then she was like, okay, then we need to go to this Cybex place, because they're going to take our DNA, and they need to take all of our DNA, and they'll explain it to us. I think she was like, they'll explain it to us when we're there. So do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, well, we
Mhm.
went really far ahead
Mhm.
for a moment.
Mhm.
So I was still on the observer showing up at the parents. So
Yeah.
uh,
Okay. Mhm.
there was three incidents. All right. So we already
Mhm.
mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
Wasn't interested. So at that point, the father made an agreement because they saw me wasting my time and
Mhm.
they wanted something better for me, I guess. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. So
Mhm.
that's why yeah. So and then they wanted to go me specifically from that period because that was, you said earlier, more soul energy on that particular aspect.
Yeah.
Um
Mhm.
okay. Now
Your frequency.
they came to the father, froze time, and then they showed him an interdimensional hologram of what needs to occur on planet Earth. They need Brock on this timeline because Earth was destroyed by nuclear war or weapons from outer space. The controllers and Cabal sold us out. So when they wanted Brock's consciousness sent back in time to impact the timeline, but plugging into it and changing things, they searched for me in other timelines, but they couldn't find me. This time I had the most pure frequency. So
Mhm.
they looked at who I was interested in most, and they found one person. I don't even know if you were even on that planet. It
Mhm.
seemed like they created a clone to match Brock's energy.
Mhm.
She comes in and she's recruited for that mission to bring him to Cybex. Okay, so she's programmed to be Brock's everything and get his attention. All right.
Mhm.
Dad was very controlling and fed up with Brock's behavior by wasting his intelligence. He was away on a boarding ship. He fell, okay, we said this, fell in love with someone else. She is not from his homeworld, and this again is on the Canis Major system. Dad is getting reports. He's not showing up to class, not applying himself. Dad warns Brock that doesn't care. He gets kicked out of school, not showing up to classes. So now he's home, going to the strip club. And the observers need the parents' approval. So let's see here. They create clone of Jennifer, the observers, and so they've tried to find a girl matching the characteristics and personality he's interested in. He's depressed at home, nothing to do. He knows that the financial empire is going to be given to him, so he doesn't need to work hard. Okay. So now we're back at Cybex. And it seems like the whole facility was created just to get Brock on board.
Yeah. It's
You want
like
to
a
talk about
hole in the wall. It's like a hole in the wall place in that little district area. It's like around the corner. So it's like it looks like a science lab, and so she brings Brock in there, and then she lets the observers explain everything to him.
that? She explains they take a piece. Well, first of all, she's trying to get him on board beforehand. She explained they take a piece of your consciousness and they put that in a computer, make a clone of you, and you go into another place. They say you can stay here, and they would monitor that consciousness. And what was my reaction to that?
It took a while to convince you to go with me until, I was almost like saying, will you please just go down there and just listen to what they have to say and then make your decision, so then you said, okay, so.
After a lot of nagging, yes, absolutely. So let's see here. All right, they got, was this, skip this part. Christy created Brock walks in, all the girls run up to him. They both kind of snobby. They go sit at a booth. There's a table there, they get drinks. She
That's
was
at the
servicing
strip club.
someone. You remember this? Why they didn't come over him right away? The energy changes. Jennifer tries to keep the other girls away, ask him the name of my father. So you're developing rapport. Let's see here. Do you remember that we went to go get food, the shopping area? We got the studio apartment, a vehicle, the garage, and I had this gray fluorescent pink and yellow striped Lamborghini type car. And
Yep.
I think that thing flew. Do you remember them flying?
Maybe.
Yeah, those things
I
flew.
don't know.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Then you talk, you say, would you ever like to go to another planet, like sign up to go to Mars? I say, what? And working for a living. And I said, I'm fine where I am.
Yeah.
So it takes some
It takes a
time
lot.
to get another point of view.
Mhm.
So that's the point where they tell you about the conscious. So they go to the Cybex. Let's see here. Brock's dad was in on it. They calculated everything about me. They did. I was the best candidate that could change their mind.
The timeline,
The time. Okay.
Because your frequency, they needed your frequency for the time to it's like a I'll get ahead if I go into that.
Okay. So Cybex had a 1980s looking futuristic font. It's like I said, it was like a fly-by-night operation. The whole thing was set up just to get them on board. Located on an off street somewhere. So they were doing what? They were mapping out brain frequencies, scanning your body, like MRI type
Yeah.
device.
You were
Do I
laying down and the thing just kind of copied your whole DNA and everything, so they could replicate you and, wherever they were going to be going, they had a copy of you, that they could replicate. So,
There's
and me and Jennifer too, they already did her, of course, too, but, so he felt more comfortable that they were doing it at the same time, but they didn't take Jennifer. The mission was just Brock, so that's all.
okay. All right. So there's a spinning ring device that scans the body, neon purple light circle ring on the wall. It might be a Stargate, which is not on right now. This is how they come and go. They have like these pocket portals on the wall. The Stargate opens to a hallway, and there's a loud flooring sound, like a metal.
Yeah, like that grate behind you.
Then from behind the portal, it connects to a train station, which can go to other planets. So it's called jump trains. Okay. Their computers and machinery are in his case. I don't know.
Yeah, in the observer's case, they have all of the stuff they need to create clones and of your consciousness, clone bodies with your consciousness.
Right. So there are two guys there, and Brock said, I already said no. I guess when I get there.
You said no. I'm sure you said, but
But
then
then
they.
Jennifer and the two guys changed my perspective to see that life is not about partying and meaning. There is another meaningful things. It's about meaningful things. Okay. So, all right, we already said this. Jennifer was created from a scan of mine, the perfect girl look. By looking at the timelines and other realities, they pulled all of his records to see who he's been with that changed him the most. They searched the consciousness, the perfect match on that planet, and she was on the planet. But if she was not on the planet, they would have looked for other planets to find the perfect girl. And then, so they get my DNA, and then the next day, the facility was vacant.
Yeah,
And they even told him that it would be gone the next day, right?
Yeah, they told him because the observers went through that portal that was on the wall, and then they left, and they did tell him that they would be gone. The next day, the whole thing would be. Did they tell him or no?
Mm. Yeah, they said that it would be gone the next day to ask all
Yeah.
the questions now.
Okay.
Did they tell us Brock's dad set it all up and approved it all? I don't know.
I think so. I would think so because he would wonder. Because he's not leaving though. Brock isn't physically leaving.
Okay.
They both leave after that, but I think he probably would have
Mm.
asked that. Did my dad know anything about this? Or they might have even used that. Like, your dad approved this mission, so we have to, had to manipulate him a little bit too,
Very good. Okay, so they couldn't use Brock's dad because his conscience wasn't capable of doing what they wanted. Same with the mother. They didn't have the drive and determination to do what they needed. They need a determined consciousness, which allows to get projects done. They said I'll be gone for 200 years, and then I'll be restarted to restart the time. He would be restarted to restart the timeline. They didn't. You know what that means?
He would be restarted.
I guess he would be used to restart the timelines. Is probably.
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't put us together though. We had different missions.
Yeah, I was just there just to do that.
Okay. So the people operating the Cybex look like doctors, white gown, and the observer. Some of the observers in French. There's like their skin color was like silver.
Yeah, it was just like how the fringe people look, how they're bald head and pale skin.
Here's something interesting. It says here, Dad owns stock or ownership in that company.
Oh, okay. That's why that company targeted him then. That's why they named it then, or even probably used the funding to open that, something with that.
Okay.
That was from before, huh? That session. That was from the first session.
So Dad is about 7 foot tall. He's Anunnaki. He's not from that planet in this Canis Major system, and he has no emotion. Okay.
No emotion.
So after they leave, they go back to her apartment, and they decide to leave to go to her side of the planet. Brock and Jennifer check on the project, but they can't. I guess check on the project for consciousness, but they can't interfere. So, but Brock was happy. I guess not happy, but got on board because he was looking for an excuse to leave home. So I guess this was his way to get out. Okay. So let's see here. They monitor the timelines. If anyone messes up, they can restart over. They can change the timelines to being part of the awakening. High frequency souls would increase Earth frequency to go above, way above the middle line, and the dark forces could not touch the timeline nor because the frequency is so high.
So they needed your frequency. That's why. That's what they were after, was your frequency.
And that's why a lot of people who were in this secret space program were part of Project Surrogate, which is where you would be inserted into another family, be taken to take care of you. Okay. So let's see here. Let's go on here. Anything else?
So
Um,
then Brock and Jennifer, their relationship just kind of fizzled out because well she was just programmed to do that only, and I had picked up today that she was still programmed to break up with him as well, so she wasn't supposed to stay with him, because he has other work to do there as Brock. Brock has to do his dad's business, and then I seen today that he went off and later in life and got married and all that, and is running his dad's business. So he has his
right.
own mission there. So Jennifer just she just left, or they just um she was like a clone made up anyway, so
Very good.
Mhm.
All right. So, okay, they have the suitcase. They take a blood, hair, skin samples,
Mhm.
and then they can replicate you for whatever program they needed. As you said earlier, they go back to the apartment. So you're programmed to say certain things that would hurt him. By the time the mission was over, so later on, he has a new wife, wavy blonde hair. He's older when taking over the company, but he does go through a rough time after Jennifer dumps him,
Mhm.
and he doesn't know Jennifer's program. I guess he eventually figured it out that she was
Yeah.
the father. His father set him up.
Mhm. I think you may have told him to, or he asked, or something like that too. His dad.
Okay,
Because we went back, remember we were just trying to contact Brock too, and he wouldn't talk to me.
and
Just
he wasn't
that.
talking to you. He wasn't talking to his dad. I think some good reasons there. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so let's go on here.
Mhm.
The Zerbers travel through an interdimensional tube. They have to check on. So from when they go through the portal and the jump train, they go to a space station to deliver all the information to a computer. The computer, though, got hacked, and the observers didn't know. The Cabal knew the observers would be at this point. They stopped time and copied all the data and put it back. The Cabal has their own observers and tracked them, and we're waiting to hijack the insertion into the timeline. So the
Mhm.
observers would search timelines to find the most strategic entry points. A hologram would pop up, looks like a highway, different timelines on planet Earth, multiple points they can put people into. So you want to describe what did that look like?
I had seen that they had after the observers. I was seeing James in a capsule. Like his consciousness is kept in like a capsule sphere thing, and then so the observers don't. They just delivered that to this time capsule thing, is what I was seeing, and then I was seeing like different highways of streams of light. Just going down like this way. So they're uh, putting they're creating this capsule thing creates what needs to go into these certain timelines. If it's like I seen today, the 1800s, and it was James's a version of James, and he was in like the old west, and then he was there. He's like a traveler though, because he came into that place as like a 30-year-old or something like that, so he was already grown, and he just came in, and like he just said he's from out of town or something, and then he was playing poker, and he had to shoot two people, and then so then after that, then he just left and then went out back to the barn area, and I don't know how long he was there, not very long, but then that was all of that mission there. And then he walked out into like a barn woods area or something, um like the woods here and then the barn here, and he walked that way, and then like a portal thing opened up, and he walked through it, and then he just dissolved back into this capsule. So that's how I was kind of seeing all of these. They're going through, and there's I was asking like, why, what is the end goal of all of this? Because I also seen like later on, then he's in like he's born with a mother that I matched her frequency to his mother in this life. And um so these are all of his like timelines or so. And then he was like a 3-year-old, and they had a pond on the property, and then he drowned. And then after he drowned, then he went back to this capsule thing. So and then on down, then do you want to add anything to
So they
there?
they were trying to
Mhm.
change the mother on her timeline by putting trauma in her life.
Yeah, because it
the
was
3-year-old
it
son
was her. It
Johnny in
just
the pond.
changed her. It changed her whole life after that. So her so so she changed too. With that, but this is just with your mission. So you have all these people and stuff interacting, but it's just with you that I was seeing, and then so I was trying to track what the end goal was of all of this. What's the reason I was seeing how the streams, it's just like streams. And then do you want me to talk about when um the other observers from the cabal side hijacked
Yeah,
the case? So I seen today then that other observers, they stopped time or so at that point, at a different point, check-in point, and they copied the whole case of the DNA, the frequency, however, and so now they have the dark side, the cabal has his DNA, and now I saw that that's where the super soldier, the cyborg, the saber tooth, and then I saw um that James would have like a businessman. He's a businessman, but then he's kind of corrupt, so it's all a darker time this way. And it was the same, it was like streams of timelines this way, and then they're all over the place though, these streams. So it's not like time isn't just one line, it's all over the place. So when you're looking at it, if you're a giant, then it's like strings everywhere or something. So and then you can just point, and then you are all the way in a timeline, and like a point. So they're trying to come up with this time here as James. And so with his frequency here on Earth as James Rink, then he is, the whole outcome is for this time here. And then with his frequency, I seen like he has, it's like a plug-in with his frequency, and then I seen it looks like a circuit board. And then with his frequency, it lights up all the circuit. So all these circuits are people that he wakes up with his frequency. um so yeah, that's what I was seeing. And then you had seen something with the acorn. What was you seeing with the acorn ship?
So I have a ship at the bottom of the Pacific somewhere that's covered in about 1,000 feet of mud. And this thing dates back prior to, well, maybe towards the time of Atlantis, because back then I went by the name of Perseus. So that particular body is in stasis, but it looked like it was like 12 foot tall.
Hmm.
And, uh, and it seemed like it was projecting its consciousness into the other bodies, like the one I'm in now. So I tried to interact with it, but yeah, that thing is asleep right now. But
Yeah, it's like in a stasis pod. But I was seeing after you said acorn and then it's in the ocean, then I seen that it was like point, and it's like connected to the like a the grid, the earth grid deep in the earth. And so on points, and so that's affecting, or I was really just seeing that it was like streaming all the data from that time, from it had all time just on that location, like highways of information just streaming when I was tuning into that stasis being. And then I found another one that was in Hawaii in a volcano. The same thing. He was in a stasis pod, and it was just had like data streaming through it of all of that memory in that time, on that on the timeline, on the um not the ley line, but just the intersection right there from when, because it's always an intersection, so it's like there's that whole grid area. it's it was kind of hard to explain exactly, but I was just seeing that it gathers all of this information in these different spots all over the earth. And he has these stasis beings implanted on different places, and he can pull all of that information from those stasis beings because they're pieces of him, and he can stream the data here in this reality, so
Very good.
yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. So we've got, so they're using me on these time travel missions, and the Cabal got a copy of my DNA. So they're using me as a super soldier.
Mhm.
And so there's just basically a super mess going on here right now. But
Mhm.
meanwhile, the observers are putting me on these missions. Afterward, they would put me in stasis and do that over and over again, um, harnessing my, well, it would be the Cabal harness my archangel like abilities, feed off of it. We're just a prisoner in the Matrix. But
Mhm. Yeah, seeing that the darker side because they're creating chaos and they're doing. I just was seeing you as a chained in a prison a lot. So in that direction. But we tried to intervene and see where the observers where they hijacked that. And
hmm,
so we called I seen that your angel higher angel. What'd you say it was like an archangel or
yeah,
higher than that? It was like a
okay,
plasma being. It's like I just seen plasma, and then he just is like fire, just plasma burning. And then I was asking that being, how can we protect the observer so that that doesn't happen to there's no hijack. So that was, I think that's in the, I don't know if that happened or it could happen or because it already has happened on that timeline, with
hmm,
the super soldier stuff. So we were just asking for the protection, with with the observers. If we could go back in time and protect them so that didn't happen. So
thank you.
we did that, and then we were also um talking to the plasma being and asking for healing, remember, too. What did we say with that? We were it was laying down on top, like the laying the its frequency on you. I was seeing it on me just so I could feel the energy, and I told you to put your hands on your heart, um and then so you did, and you could feel the heat coming from that, and you could feel it going through your whole body, so you can tune into that and heal your body.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So I found my notes on this, and I'll
Mhm.
go over it. It's kind of mismatched here. I should have, if I was a really good host, I would have done that. But I've got a life to do too. So here we go. All right. So from there, they surrogated me, uh, progression tech on a copy of what was on my mother's womb. So I did discuss this. The MMP technology where they would clone, oh my gosh, mirror mimicry printing technology. The Draco have the capability of printing out a clone body. So they print out a copy of the baby my mother had. So um, again, as part of Project Surrogate, uh, well, the planet in Canis Major in 2177 was one of these 4D civilizations. So it wasn't too hard to hijack it since the Orions, the Dracos operate at those frequencies anyway. And initially, I was supposed to be taken care of. They would have watched my back, and I agreed to, as Brock, to come here. Right, we were supposed to be taken care of. But what happened is we got sucked in, like you said earlier, as a temporal soldier. So on the negative timeline, when I went back, we changed. Yeah, we changed things. So I guess we're not going to see nuclear war in this timeline. But I'm here, and I wrote here. They have technology there that can project consciousness back in time. I'm here, and I'm there in that simulator. The Greys Orion group have captured operation to start off good and was hijacked. and now it's since been the Alliance is now in charge, so it's since been returned back to good. So they put a neural dampener on me, going to limit my express anything in the 3D. I am projecting into this consciousness. We're not really here. It affects our ability to dream and see psionically for those of us in the Project Surrogate. Okay, let's go on here. Project Surrogate is bigger than we realize. They are not part of the human race. Well, the Draco. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. So I have like things mixed up. This was the Muni, the pod. Does everybody here know what? Does anybody here have my book that know about Muni? Pod number 4. Okay. Okay. So under prod, go ahead. Yes,
I have
Christy?
your book, but I don't remember. You had to remind me.
All right. Well, let me just finish this last sentence.
Mhm.
We'll go with that. So under my consciousness was put into a different biological suit. My parents, the child my parents had was not the original consciousness. It was a copy consciousness. 2 energetic fields are uniquely linked. At one point, there was 50 to 60 clones of me. So someone's asking me if I'm a clone. So yeah.
In this life, you have 50 or 60 clones?
Yes, that's what that was Colin. We were looking into this under a reading he did, but very well. Okay, so does anybody here in the chat want to hear about the Muni story? Because that's gonna I'll have to pull that one up.
Yeah, tell
So
us.
Chrissy, yes, you do. You want to hear it?
Yeah, because I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so everybody just sit back and relax, and I will pull this up real quick. So it's in a if you want to read about this, you can get a copy of my. Let's see this. Get a copy of my book, Lone Wolf, Neological Tech. I just got it listed on Amazon, so maybe it'll show up on there. But if you get a Neological Tech, I will sign it.
Sign it.
So, and you can also get yourself a meditation device while you're at it. So they bring chi energy into your body and help you relax. And they have different crystals inside of it, and shape power. Anything that's shaped like a pyramid produces chi. So they are a great device to help you relax and integrate. So for me, I've had severe PTSD from being these projects, and the meditation device, I believe, helped heal me. But everybody's experiences are different. So okay, Team Rose. Yeah, I think I talked to Kimberly about that, and she said they can take a little bit of your DNA and just put it into a cyborg. So there could be like 10,000 different cyborgs all over the place. So they can do all sorts of crazy things out there. Okay, let me look up Muni for everybody here. And then, because we do have the Dirk information to go over.
Okay.
Try to find this. So Muni. Okay, so all right, so the original digital copy. So the original version of my mom was taken to the moon, and I was the digital copy. So let's see here. There's like this. We should really look into it. There were like these pods with different kids. Each pod had about like 50 children in them, and I was in pod number 4. So there's these reptilians there that would they're training these children, or more like torturing them, to become super soldiers. So they erase all the memories of being on planet Earth, and then now you're told that this green colored reptilian woman dressed in this ugly looking brown dress from like the 1960s. So, and she has like this white apron on top of it. So she is the queen, and she would come and visit us time to time. And then I had the cage. There was a reptilian in charge of the cage that I was in named Muni. So he looks brown with his, had some green scales, 8 foot tall. And his job was to train us, these digital copies. So, and then he appears to be some kind of lower reptilian slave caste. So there are 4 cages, 50 kids each. There are boys and girls here, but most of them are brown and black kids. It seems like they're from some kind of Zulu tribe planet. The ones that fail the training are eaten or harvested for a drug that rhymes with a popular Google browser. My digital copy is there, along with some of these pods. Okay, so I did graduate. So I didn't get eaten that timeline, but I am eventually given a number once you graduate. Because he does not really have a name at this point, he keeps things simple. It refers to us as digital copy. My digital clone can shapeshift back and forth from a 6-year-old body into the body of a huge super soldier. His super soldier form can vary with different guns. Programmable matter. Guns can pop out. Do you remember this?
I
Uh,
think you had the picture of him, huh? You know?
well, but do you remember programmable matter where guns could pop out of your back and weapons?
I think so. I can see that as you say it.
Okay. Some guns like a phaser, machine gun, lasers. So there was, what was the Parkland shooting? There was a kid back in isn't that like down near Miami or somewhere down there? So apparently this kid was he shapeshifted into he had like a tiger face. And he had weapons popping out his back. So they don't even need to bring weapons in if they're these school shooting it. These super soldiers get activated, and he was given what was his name? Nicholas Cruz? Is that
I
Cruz?
think so. Mm-hmm.
He was given high doses of cortexiphen because
Mm.
that particular district, the sheriff was friends with Hillary Clinton, and that was Monarch training ground there. So they
Mm.
were giving him too much, and just to see what happened. That was according
Mm.
to Peter the Insider. So, okay, we're jumping around here. All right, Muni. All right, so they put this type of implant in the cerebral cortex. And that's what it uses to like prevent him from remembering anything. So there's the queen would come. She would say, "Larish, Zarch, come here, Maldoc, Muni." So these kids, we were all like told that they were her mother. She was like this teacher figure.
Mm.
Um, okay, but it's like a bilingual family, except the reptilian children would hunt the human children. And let's see here. We'll say here they think they were born from reptilian eggs. Um, let's go on here. I guess we can probably skip this other stuff. So
So that's Muni.
yeah, there's more in
Mm-hmm.
here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
skip all
Mm-hmm.
this, but
Mm-hmm.
I have some. Okay, all right. So enough of that. Dirk.
All
Did
right.
everybody enjoy not enjoy that, but did you what do you think of that story of Muni? The different cages they
Yeah.
kept us in.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I can see
Okay.
all that. Mm-hmm.
And I think that facility has been shut down, and they went in there. Uh, my reptilian, the Muni was killed by the reptilian queen, so they get punished. But then a team came in and emptied the facility anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
just as well. All right. Okay. Let's go on here. So I'm going to go back to Dirk here. Give me a moment.
So now we're going to another aspect of you.
Okay, so this was for working for Kruger. I went under the name of Dirk, and we were on Mars, and this was like a red velvet hallway. Again, it's like a red light district,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yep.
it looks much more expensive than the other one, the Mardi Gras place.
Yeah, this is completely a different. This is another aspect of James on Mars, and his name is Dirk. Is what we found. We did this through the hypnosis session too. Another just looking for different aspects of you that I've seen, in my memory. So we did a hypnosis session and saw that in this district it looked like a hotel kind of place, and it's not on the base, but it's like outside of the base on Mars, and it's just for um it's it's pretty secured. It's not for the public to come in there. And there's like a train that comes underneath there too. So you're brought in on a train from another place, and you come there every, like, say, Monday. And you're um I was also seeing that there is a it looks like an octopus head man underground there that I report to, that his tentacle, he inserts it inside the people, and it gives them the program. They program them, and then they extract it. He extracts the information too. So this, I'm one of these slaves, and for espionage. So I I'm I live there in one of the rooms, and I don't ever leave. I just tell the person, the like butler, what I need, and then they bring it to me. So I never get to leave this room. However, um, that's what I was seeing. And then, so how the room is set up is, Dirk would come in through, like, it looks like a closet inside. Here's the door. Here's the door right here, the front door where the butler would come into the hallway. But then uh, Dirk comes in through this way. It looks like the coat closet, but it's like an elevator that comes up, and then he comes in, so it's all private, because he's dressed in all the brown. It's like, what is it, um like the German, is it German kind of uniform or so? And it's like the dark brown color. And I think you have a picture of it in the thing there too, but he's not happy. And, um, he's traveling there every week. And so he has to come there, and my aspect, do you remember what her name was? Because I didn't remember her name. I don't know if we got her name either. I don't think we got her name. But anyway, she's a sex slave there on Mars, and she is men are sent to her, and she is giving them information from the octopus program, I guess, and he's from Orion, this octopus program. So he's giving her the information to, she has to have sex with Dirk and give him the information, and then he's reporting back to her information too from his planet, is what he's doing, because he's from, um I was seeing, was it like another Earth or something, or what? It was, I don't know where it was, where his place was, but it wasn't on Mars. It's another place that he travels in from, and he's connected with Kruger. You say Gabrielle or
Gabriel. Mhm.
Gabriel? Yeah. So that's all that we were seeing with that. Like he's not happy because he has his own family and all that on his home planet and stuff too. But he has to go to do that every week, um, and get information and give information, take it back to it's like a boardroom that he has to report to after he gets back, and give all the intel from his mission there, going back and forth every week.
Okay, thank you.
hmm
So I'll go over some of these notes here. All right. We have, so we discussed it was a hotel room. I was in there in this military brown jacket and hat and navy blue pants. I had a dry personality, seemed to work for the military and private bit like a private like a military contractor. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir? Is what he would say. He's very stiff, 5'8". He seems about 30 years old. Christy's in there. I'm sitting at the edge of the bed in my uniform. Bed is king size in another room. Very expensive decor. Didn't even walk in the front door like he said, or there's a back way. Um, I didn't know what to do, what to expect or do. I don't know her. I need to take information back to my boardroom people. I'm like I was programmed to do. All right. So outside there were skyscrapers and a high in the sky. We are high in the sky. Do you
Yeah,
remember
that's when you go back to the
that?
boardroom. hmm
Yes, for
hmm
Kruger. Yeah.
hmm
Okay. Yes, and we're in this boardroom with this big table, headquarters, and okay. Now I'm asking Gabriel Kruger. Oh wait, Christy is asking. Okay, Chris, you were asking that particular
hmm
aspect for information. So asked me if I work for Kruger, and then I said, "How do you know?" Then you said, "Do you know Gabriel Kruger?" And it looks like Gabriel shows up in the boardroom.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever talked to Gabriel in person? Yes, he is a signed right-hand man. This aspect seems to be a recruiter, charged of a network of others. Do you know who James Rink is? And he says, yeah, they know, but in his mind, he doesn't really know.
Mm-hmm.
Christy is talking to Gabriel Kruger. Asks, so you were in this board? You came to this boardroom meeting?
Well, it was only me projecting myself to there because it was during hypnosis. So you was asking me if to talk to Gabriel, to see if I knew him or if he knew me or how he knew James Rink, and so I was asking him questions, but I wasn't going there. I was just asking that during the hypnosis.
Very good.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, and Team Rose, they just YouTube just deleted a video I did with Max back in 2012. So they're going back over 10 years in time to try to find anything that they don't like. They said it was medical misinformation. So anyway, hopefully a rich billionaire can buy out YouTube and fix it. Okay. All right. So yes, let me go on here before I got distracted. Christy is talking to Gabriel Kruger, asking him if he knows who James Rink is, and he pulls up a chart of technology. I am far away on this chart. It's like a different branch. He can pull
Hmm.
up my file and see stuff. James Rink is in a different network than Kruger. I go horizontal on the chart, or it
Yeah,
goes
just
horizontal on the
like
chart.
far away, the time where you are, so
Seems to be like
where you are, it's like over here.
a different alternate reality. I was way over in this timeline over here. And the message is be at your highest performance. Seems to be all about business. Let's see. So that's Dirk. You were wearing red covers.
No, because I was a sex slave, so I was dressed for the part.
Okay. Thank you. So, octopus headed man is very dark. Christy interacts with her.
Yeah,
It's
after you leave, then I report back down to the octopus-headed man, and he just picks me up. He's like it's like a giant, and then with the tentacle picks me up and then inserts his tentacle inside me and extracts the information and then reports it back to Orion. Is what this is like. All the data goes on to someplace else. Hmm.
very good. Okay. And yeah, so you're getting all this information from her about me. Tentacles seem to connect to her and get information from some AI.
Hmm.
Then we meet every Monday. The next day, I would meet with my people. This
Because you
octopus
spent the
being
night.
what?
You spent
Oh,
the night and then you left for the next morning for to go back to your place.
oh.
Mhm.
So this octopus is some kind of Orion AI connected to to connect to other people through sex.
Mhm. Because all them people
Okay.
there are sex workers.
Yeah. Okay. This
Mhm.
personal information here. So now that was what we got from Dirk. I don't think there's anything else. Was there anything else you wanted to explore tonight, Christy?
I don't think that's all for there. Those
Okay.
two aspects, yeah.
Maybe we can just do a little Q&A. I do want to mention something. So I have a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. video coming up. It's a channel message from Dr. Martin Luther King for Secret Space Program veterans. So I had to pay somebody to narrate it for us. So if you don't mind, maybe you could, if you feel compelled to donate to Healing Soul Survivors. We had I put out an email yesterday and we only got like $55 coming in. So I do need some more donations, and it also supports the work I do because I want to, if somebody could donate some money to go to DC for the inauguration. I've got some tickets, but I don't have the funds to go anywhere. I went to Los Angeles last April to speak at the 5D events, and that money is still on my credit card. I'm paying interest on it because nobody has really donated anything to the nonprofit or really have purchased meditation devices. I want to thank my friend for purchasing a regression. Thank you very much. So I do regressions. If I know
Mhm.
can't afford a meditation device, you can uh,
Book
reach
a
out to me,
regression.
a
Mhm.
Neological Tech, and you can even get a book. So I do have books and Crystal Skulls. There's a lot of different different price points, and or you can just donate to Healing Soul Survivors. I have a tour coming up, and somebody just bought a pass today, but that money's for the tour, so I can't really, I'm not really, I can't go into those funds. So if you want to join us on this tour, you can go to titansofatlantistour.com. We're going to go to El Paso, Texas, from May 6th to May 14th of this year, and we're going to see ancient Atlantean structures that are weathered. I mean, these are like 100 million years old structures, pyramids out there in the desert. And we'll also have like a horseback riding option and bike riding in Big Bend. We're going to go on the Big Bend and check out Marfa, Texas. We're going to see the Marfa lights. So if you don't want to do the whole 9 days, there's options to split that up too, because some people were complaining. It wasn't just the financial thing, but some people are just saying it's just too long for 9 days. But you can do a shorter version, or you could join us on the whole tour for the right price. So
Where do they find that at? Where's that information?
Titansofatlantistour.com. So the link is in the description, and I got basically 5.5 spots now. So
Okay.
let's see here. Also, you could support us by purchasing a LifeWave patch. I'm going to have the X39 video brought up in just a bit, so you can learn about how these patches bring light into your body and helps tune you into a frequency of, I can't say it, not really allowed to say healing, right? But just bringing more light into the body. It's a very primitive form of a med bed, but so those links in the description. Again, that supports the nonprofit. And let's see here. I know there's something else here. Oh yes, almost done with the conference website. So Christy, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I don't know the date you said. It was in
Yeah,
October?
October 8th to the 12th,
Yeah,
2025.
and then I haven't gotten all the details on everything yet, but I was going to be a speaker there, and then you're just gonna tell me what topic or however too, So, and I don't remember where you said it was gonna be. I haven't checked back with you on all the details yet.
Okay, so it's going to be in Orlando, Florida, October 8th to the 12th. And then on the 13th, we're going to go over to Universal. So I think like the group pass and that was like $113 if you wanted to go to the Universal. I have options for like if you are a secret space program veteran, law enforcement, or military, you can get a discount. And then I have passes for food options, which it's important you buy the food passes because that helps support the cost of the venue, because we're paying for the venue through food. So you need to go buy some meals. Support. And so we have that one. We have like 20 people now. And, so I would say everyone there is a super, even I don't think there's any single person that's not a super soldier there. So that one is called the Super Soldier Activation Conference.
Oh,
And
cool. Okay.
I will post the link once it's ready. I'm still working on that. I got sick over the holidays. I just kept having the strep throat that would not go away. And it was trying to sneak back on me this afternoon. I was like, nope. But not going to get sick. So, all right. I think that covers it. Again, please go to healingsoulsurvivors.org and it'll take you over to our Give Butter link. And you can even sign up for a monthly donation, because I used to be getting $500 a month in donations through PayPal, but then I went to the January 6th thing, and when I came back, Amazon shut down my account. I wasn't even selling any books there. I was just selling table runners for a wedding and my meditation devices, and they said we were selling violent products.
Oh,
so
no.
they shut my account, and then PayPal shut my account down too for my nonprofit. So, okay. All right. So anybody? Oh yeah, I was gonna let people ask any questions. Let's see here. Yes, Team Rose, the FDA has a monopoly on the word healing. So unfortunately, maybe that will go away with the bankruptcy of the corporation of the United States. Hopefully that'll be done away with. And we have thank you, Snake Oil. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Copper peptides. That's no. Again, those, was it GHCKU? Isn't that? It's kind of an expensive peptide For copper. Okay, thank you. Lifewave patches create copper. I don't know if it's going to create copper peptides. Maybe it will simulate the effect of a copper peptide. So thank you for that. That sounds like an amazing trip. Thank you, Team Rose. You can maybe come and join us for the 4-day adventure. We're going to start off in El Paso and then eventually make our way over to Big Bend area. Okay, somebody mentioned about earthing. I do have an earthing pad, and I've got an earthing pillow. So I really feel like I sleep a lot better with it. So, and I love the idea of going out barefoot, but the problem is, right now it's 27 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of us who are,
freezing.
I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it is freezing. So I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon. So thank you. All right. I have some people who like to go to the inauguration. Krista, could you email me at supersoldiertalk@gmail.com. Or you can go to my website, supersoldiertalk.com. Send me a message. The tickets are free. We just got to put together a team together, and we can figure out. We got to get it booked because it's going to fill up real fast for any lodging.
When is that? The inauguration?
On the 20th. So
okay.
I was actually trying to get tickets to one of those balls, but the cheapest ball I could find right now is $350. And I don't even think you get a dinner for that. So I was like, man. And that one, Buzz Aldrin's going to be there, so I would like to go do that, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, maybe we can crash one. I was actually I'm not getting into anything on here, but I do want to. I back in January 6th, I presented a channel message from Saint Germain, so I like to present another channel message when I'm there from Saint Germain about that day. So again, I need at least $200. So if somebody could donate, I will go and do that video. Otherwise, I'm staying home. Okay, can you please explain what a target individual is? Christy, you want to answer that?
That's what James Rink is. How he's targeted all the time with his channel, with his website, with everything they can do to try to keep you down. They try to steal your PayPal money, or they hijack something else, or they just all the time doing all these things so you can't function and do your mission. So he has a mission here to help people, to awaken people, to speak and do all these things. Well, he needs income to do that, and then if they hijack the PayPal or they do this or that, then that's targeting, so he can't fulfill his mission.
Okay, so a targeted individual, thank you, Christy. Targeted individual, in my definition, would be someone who is continually harassed throughout their day-to-day actions. There is something connected. Okay, hold on a second. I know it's going to come to me. The career, not career return program. Project, I know, it's in my book. Oh gosh, what they call it. Aftercare. Oh, thank you. God,
Aftercare.
Yes, aftercare is when you're released from the secret space program, you're given a handler, and they watch you throughout your life to make sure your memory barrier doesn't bust. So otherwise, they're going to send a team in, and they'll bring you back to the base and put you on the trip seat and have your memories wiped again. So
over and over, every time you try to remember, huh?
Absolutely. And I have a team of like Mantis picking me up and doing things to me almost every day now. So
yeah, you get marks in your mouth, in your nose, on your leg, on your fingers. So that's targeting too. That's abduction, but that's a targeting too, because it's messing. They're doing things to you when they're doing the needle marks. They're putting whatever injection inside of you. Maybe that's to help you to not remember.
Absolutely, yeah. CO2 modules that modify what you're thinking. So you could be doing a mission on Mars, but instead you're having memories of your childhood on the beach. They can do things like that.
Oh yeah, implant memories.
Yeah.
False memory.
So from Team Rose, could you comment? What did they say that you violated? Because when I was getting, oh my gosh, I might get in trouble talking about it because they don't even want you talking about it. But
I wouldn't talk about it in this video
yeah,
then, so they
we're
don't
not
take it
gonna do
down.
that. So, but Christy, why don't you? I'm sorry, Team Rose. Why don't you post what they got you on? I'd be curious to see. And then someone mentioned about. Okay, I think we're gonna. Let me go back to. Let's see if anybody has any more questions. Is Elon Musk a form of a super soldier, or does he control them from the outer space, like some people have said? You want to answer that first, Christy? What do you think about
Is
Elon?
he a super soldier? I would think so. Cyborg, like a half human, half cyborg. There's many aspects of him, so, and he even, I mean, I think he has a neuro link, so he's probably already part AI, so, I mean, he's like a genius, so I think he's a lot alien, or the Neuralink. I don't know which, if it's AI or alien. I don't know which.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So I think Elon. Well, what I've been told by Oksana Buchanan, she did a reading looking at him in astral. So
Mhm.
in astral, he looks like a clown. So half of him is positive, and the other half is infected with black goo or
Mm.
AI entrainment. So currently, the AI aspect is fighting for control. However, he does want to be more positive, but did anybody see that video where saying that he was like the Antichrist? Anybody see
I
that?
don't know. There's
Yeah,
a lot of videos on him.
I don't know. So people can say whatever they want to say. So he
Mhm.
probably was connected to that particular organization, but whether Illuminati, but whether or not I can't confirm or deny at this point. So thank you. All right. We have been going into the digital matrix, other timeline. Now we have control. I mean, AI is always going to become sentient. The question is, it's a reflection of of the reality. So if its owner or creator is positive, then the AI is going to be positive. So I think, I mean,
Mhm.
Jimmy Payne, he mentioned that the whole thing about John Titor. You know about John Titor, Christy?
I heard that. Where?
Yeah, the time traveler. So that was
Oh,
actually that was a co-name. His real name was John Connor, and that was where the Terminator movies come from. So I'd like to get Jimmy Payne on here to talk about the Terminator movies. But right now, the next video we're going to discuss is the ET movie. Remember ET Phone Home?
Mhm.
So that is actually a documentary, according to Jimmy. So
Hmm.
anyway, all right, we're jumping around here. Let's see here. Anybody else? Uh, one time I made an innocent video on earthing holding a black obsidian orb.
To really, some people don't even want to look at it, like some people don't even want to even open that up. The Even though they know, they see and they believe in alien abduction, they don't even want to look at it, so everybody's a different stage with their own, with what they want to see and heal for themselves. it's their own choice, you know, if they want to heal or not too. So
Okay, we got a problem. YouTube is frozen. Those fuckers.
it's not frozen on us.
Yeah, sucks. We're gonna post this onto. Oh, it's back. Wow, that is crazy. So I think there's somebody over there. Okay, nobody. Let's not talk about any more since. Yeah,
Let's just
everything's
end
fine.
it.
Yes,
Let's
that's
just
fine.
end it.
Goodbye,
Mhm.
everybody, and we'll see you
Yeah.
all later.
Mhm.
Till next time. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into something really exciting, the LifeWave X39 patch. To help us understand how this works, we have LifeWave brand partner Arthur Gross here. Thanks for joining us, Arthur.
Thanks for having me, James. I'm excited to talk about this revolutionary technology.
So, I've been hearing a lot about this X39 patch. Can you explain a little bit more on how it works?
Absolutely. The X39 patch is groundbreaking because it uses phototherapy, specifically photobiomodulation, to activate your body's natural GHK copper peptide levels. This, in turn, reactivates your stem cells, which helps reset over 4,000 genes to how they worked when you were younger. Think back to your 20s.
Wow, all that just from wearing an X39 patch.
Exactly. The patch uses a patented, non-invasive nanocrystal technology that reflects specific wavelengths of light from your body's infrared light. When it touches your skin, it stimulates biochemical changes that trigger the production of peptides and amino acids. This increases mitochondrial energy, boosts healthy stem cell activity, and helps with overall cellular repair.
Wow, that sounds incredible. But a lot of people might be wondering how safe they are.
The X39 patch is completely safe. It's been clinically proven and is recognized by the FDA as a general wellness product. Plus, it's non transdermal and non invasive, meaning nothing actually enters your body, and there are no chemicals involved.
Wow, so we have no topical creams, injections, or anything like that.
Exactly. It's as easy as wearing a small patch, and it's also waterproof and showerproof, so you can wear it throughout the day without worry.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, I've read a lot about various expensive stem cell therapies. How would the X39 compare to some of these other type of options?
Traditional stem cell therapies can cost thousands of dollars, but the X39 patch offers a much more affordable solution. It's designed to work naturally with your body and is available at a fraction of the cost while still being 96% effective on activating your body's stem cells.
I can see why so many people are excited about this. So, if someone is interested in trying the X39 patch, what can they expect from wearing the patch?
Most people notice an increase in energy, faster recovery from physical activities, and even improvements in overall health and wellness. It really helps to revitalize your body by supporting stem cell production and resetting your genes.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Where can people learn more and try the X39 patch?
If they click the link below the description, it'll take you to James Rink's LifeWave website, which helps you get started. It's such an easy and effective way to tap into your body's natural healing abilities. If you have any questions, please send us an email at liveyounger.jmr@gmail.com.
Wow, thank you, Arthur, for shedding light on this amazing technology. The X39 patch sounds like a must try for anyone looking to feel more youthful and energized.
My pleasure, James. It's definitely worth exploring.
Please consider supporting Super Soldier Talk by purchasing your own Neo Meditation device. Your Neo Meditation device will help you reduce stress, integrate trauma, enhance intuition, enhance clairvoyance, and enhance creativity. Get yours now at www.neologicaltech.com.